That's right. Let's go. Tired of the games. Tired of the games. Let's go. One moment. Give it a few minutes. Because I'm messing with the videos real bad. And all these games are coming to an end. Right now, the devil this is his kingdom. So he can play games and delete, shadow ban, block. But the games are coming to an end. Simps are happy too. Simps. They're just tap dancing and celebrating, popping bottles, drinking champagne, Eve thoughts, shaking their ass on TikTok and YouTube. A lot of people are happy. The 2/3, they're enjoying themselves. Cave beasts still drinking blood and molesting kids. All these reprobates are happy. They're happy right now. But go ahead and enjoy yourselves, because the time is short. The right hand of the Lord's house is being raised up, the tabernacle of David. So that means the games are coming to an end. Stepping fetchits, wearing a suit and tie, they're happy. All right? Pop rocks, candy, and champagne, popping bottles. Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halimla Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem. Call Kadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Much respect and honor to the brothers that are doing the work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so, pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and double honor and respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Coming back at you with another lesson. This bread and circus is ending soon. So America is a reincarnation of the Roman Empire. They brought in and staged the gladiator fights, where Israelite men were put in the ring to fight against their brothers and to fight against lions, bears. They were sacrificed or slaughtered. So the modern gladiator rings, the playoffs, the NFL, the NBA, baseball, and MMA wrestling or fighting, boxing. So these all serve as mere distractions to keep us distracted and misled, so that we're not focused on prophecy. So this entire grid is a stage. Remember, the world is a stage, as written by William Shakespeare, a Jake from the tribe of Judah. So the global elites realize that, using the media to create conditioning, mental conditioning, to set the stage for the events to come. Everything we experience, it was put in the movie, mental conditioning, everything. Matter of fact, over the last 2.5 years, that was a movie. Look up the movie. What was that famous movie called? It was called Outbreak. See? That's just one of several. The movie Outbreak. See that? So all of these things are precursors to things to come. They have left-hand side wisdom. Wisdom in Timan, which is high-level magic and witchcraft. The international bankers. The global elites. So what do I mean? The bread and circus events. These are orchestrated events. The NFL playoffs, the mass media brainwashing. These are all mental blocks and manipulation, programming to keep us off track from what the Bible is prophesying. So we ought to be meditating on the prophecies. That's the key. And the biggest prophecy is the C hit, the M to the O to the T to the B. Let's go here first. Let's go to 2 Maccabees 1. The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 1. One moment. I'm going to go exactly to it. Right here. 2 Maccabees chapter 1. And this was under the Greek captivity, Edomites, under Antiochus. The book of 2 Maccabees chapter 1. Let's go to verse 23. And the priest made a prayer while the sacrifice was consuming. I say, both the priests and all the rest, Jonathan beginning, and the rest answering thereunto, as Nehemiah did. And the prayer was after this manner: O Lord, Lord God, creator of all things, who are fearful and strong, and righteous and merciful, and the only and gracious King. So our forefathers prayed to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, made supplication unto our power. So there's no other heritage or custom like the Israelites, because he is the God of Israel and is in the midst of his people, pursuant to Joel 2:27. So our heritage is spiritual intervention. No other nation can claim that. And the prayer was after this manner: O Lord, Lord God, creator of all things, who are fearful and strong and righteous and merciful, and the only and gracious King, the only giver of all things, the only just, almighty, and everlasting, thou that delivers Israel from all trouble, and didst choose the fathers and sanctify them. So how are we being sanctified? The word is causing our prayers to go up as a burnt offering, an acceptable sacrifice. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my mind be acceptable unto you, O power. That's why the international bankers are scared. They know we're repenting and going back to our power source, the creator of all things and a man of war. So these international global pedophiles are dismayed. They're terrified. They know the ancient spirits from the days of old are back and calling on the true power, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Now they want to take down TikTok. The men of the Lord are using TikTok videos too. They want to shadow ban YouTube. Well, there's going to be a visitation, international bankers. There's going to be a visitation. Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, Gettys, DuPonts. There's going to be a visitation. And the prayer was after this manner, O Lord, Lord God, creator of all things, who are fearful and strong and righteous and merciful, and the only and gracious King, the only giver of all things, the only just, almighty, and everlasting, thou that deliverest Israel from all trouble, and didst choose the fathers and sanctify them. We're being sanctified by the word of truth. Receive the sacrifice of thy whole people Israel, and preserve thine own portion and sanctify it. Siphon out those that are anointed with the oil of understanding, those that believe on you and are making ourselves a living sacrifice and praying in sincerity. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Wait a minute. Who was scattered and went into captivity? Slavery. So the international global elites, whatever we do, we cannot let them wake up to the realization they are the Lord's chosen. They are the children of Israel. Let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, the so-called white man, Ammon, Japan, Moab, China. So this was a global international coalition, a federation of nations. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our power. It's time to rise up. The mighty men from the days of old that are fuming with masculine energy, testosterone, are being awakened by the Spirit of the Lord. The men, I said, not mice. So the ancient spirits are on the scene of the crime that have not been seduced by the lips of a strange woman, Lady Liberty. She's all throughout the Bible. Feminism, women's liberation. The pedos are us. Edomite supremacy. So the ancient spirits are hard-headed to the ways of this world. Democracy comes from demo, demon, cracy, rule of, the rule of the demons. We're under spiritual wickedness in high places. How in the hell they going after Andrew Tate when the entire governmental structure are benefiting of the pedo industry, child sex trafficking? Look up Ted Gunterson, a former FBI agent and a whistleblower. So don't believe the hype of the media, Andrew Tate. They're just using him because he's speaking out against the wickedness of this place. But he's not a prophet. Many are called, few are chosen. Let's read this again. 2 Maccabees 1, verse 2. Let's go to 26, Receive the sacrifice of thy people receive the sacrifice of thy whole people Israel, and preserve thine own portion, and sanctify it. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our power. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong. Who's at the bottom? Looking up at the bottom. Who was scattered into slavery, cut off from our heritage, told that we're just Gentiles, we're just black, suffered under black codes, Jim Crow laws of the South, property redlining, racial discrimination in the educational institutions, in the religious institutions, in business practices, in legal statutes and provisions. Who are these people that became the borrower, not the lender? What does the word ghetto mean? It means a dwelling place of the Jews. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong. Plant thy people again in thy holy place, as Moses hath spoken. So we're reading about who salvation is for, deliverance, the Israelites. Plant thy people. Let's go to Psalms 144. The book of Psalms, chapter 144, verse 9. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. This is from the chief musician. Not only did he play well on a harp, but he's also a good teacher. He sung well on an instrument, literally and figuratively. A teacher and a prophet. Psalms 144, verse 9. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. See? So the time is approaching that the right hand is going to sing unto the Lord a new song and take up a sword to execute vengeance upon the heathen. Let me go to it in case somebody think I'm making this up. The international bankers, the global elites, poisoning our food supply, contaminating our water supply, poisoning our children's minds with the alphabet doctrines and the lips of a strange woman. All types of abominations. See, Psalms 149, verse 1. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints, the elect of Israel. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. So every precept, line upon line, precept upon precept, is a musical note, which the name of the song is salvation to Israel, Zion. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. This is rest. That's where we're getting ready to enter into. After the birth pains of the delivery of baby Jake, the Israelites, man, woman, and child, the captive daughter of Zion, Lord willing, I'm amongst that group with a sword in my hand to execute vengeance upon the Pedos R Us coalition and the Rainbow Coalition. And simps are made free. Even the group of simps, you got to go. None of the effeminate shall enter into the kingdom. That's 2 Corinthians 6 and 9, if I'm not mistaken. So all you simps, you got to go too. So when we're reading this, we got to think. We got to be thinking judgment to Israel first. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Rest. That's the kingdom. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. A what? A two-edged sword in their hand. So David is going to be on the scene too. See? Let's go back to that. Psalms 144, verse 9. I will sing a new song unto thee, O God, upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Warlocks, the global elites, the Chaldeans. Shalom, beloved brother, Fisher of the hopeful elect. Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end. So this is the new song, the salvation of Zion. Zion goes back to the Hebrew, to Zion, memorial. So our strength is being revitalized. The word is being called back into remembrance. And the Most High is going to remember the days of old when he carried us on his wings, delivered us with the chariots out of Egypt. The modern, when you look up the Egyptian hieroglyphics, they have chariots on there, destroying the ancient oppressors of the Israelites. So the elite they know this. That's why they're scared. Let's go to Isaiah 68. Isaiah 63. See? I'll book of Isaiah chapter 63. Let's go to verse 15. Look down from heaven and behold from the habitation of thy holiness, of thy glory. Where is the zeal and thy strength, the sounding of thy bowels, and of thy mercies towards me? Are they restrained? Look down from heaven. Look up the Egyptian hieroglyphics with that chariot zapping, a so-called UFO zapping the ancient oppressors. What has been will be again. There is no new thing under the sun. That's what Ecclesiastes chapter 1 says. Isaiah 63. Let's go to verse 14. As a beast devils want to call me while I'm doing a live stream. They had all day to call me. Isaiah 63, verse 14. as a beast goeth down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord caused him to rest. So didst thou lead thy people to make thyself a glorious name. Let the saints be joyful in glory with a two-edged sword in their hand, and to sing aloud upon their beds. Rest. So the elect of Israel is going to enter into the kingdom, going through the birth canal and great pains of sorrow, tribulation, as a beast goeth down into the valley, the Spirit of the Lord caused him to rest. So didst thou lead thy people to make thyself a glorious name. Look down from heaven, and behold, from the habitation of thy holiness and of thy glory. Where is thy zeal and thy strength, the sounding of thy bowels, and of thy mercies towards me are they restrained? Doubtless thou art our Father, though Abraham be not ignorant of us, and Israel acknowledge us not. Thou, O Lord, art our Father, our Redeemer. Thy name is from everlasting. So who's going to be redeemed? Who is promised the salvation? From the days of old. Isaiah 63, verse 17. O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and harden our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine inheritance. I thought the tribes of Israel are done away with. Who's being judged when he returns? In Isaiah 61, Basra, Edom, that's the so-called white man, Rome. They were reincarnated as NATO, the European Union, America. So they are in possession of his inheritance, his treasure, the apple of his eye. They're holding on to his crown jewels. You don't think you got to pay for that? Huh? So Isaiah 63, verse 17. O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and harden our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake the tribe. O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and harden our heart from fear? Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine inheritance. With servant David is going to inherit the 12 tribes of the thrones of Israel. Let's go to, trying to remember where it's at. I think it's Psalms 83. Psalms. Oh, one moment. One moment. Let's go here. Psalms 132. Let's go to verse 9. Let thy priests be clothed with righteousness, and let thy saints shout for joy. For thy servant David's sake, turn not away the face of thine anointed. The Lord hath sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne. If thy children will keep my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon thy throne forevermore. So the covenant is with Israel. The thrones of rulership is promised to the Israelites. Let's go here to Psalms 89. Psalms 89. Let's go to verse 18. The book of Psalms, chapter 89, verse 18. For the Lord is our defense, and the Holy One of Israel is our King. Then thou spakest in vision of thy Holy One, and saidest, I have laid help upon one that is mighty. I have exalted one chosen out of the people. I have found David, my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him, with whom my hand shall be established, mine arm also shall strengthen him. The enemy shall not exact upon him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him. And I will beat down his foes before his face, and plague them that hate him. See, let's go back to this. Psalms 89 and 20. I have found David, my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him. Let's go back to Isaiah 63. So the elect are being raised up under the house of the tabernacle of David. Psalm 63. What servant? Psalm 63 and 17. O Lord, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and hardened our heart from thy fear? Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine inheritance. So King David will be resurrected to occupy the 12 tribes of Israel, of the thrones. See, let's go to Isaiah 61, Psalm 61. So that means the international bankers' worst nightmare is going to be resurrected. Their worst nightmare. See, Psalm 61. A book of Psalms, chapter 61, verse 1. Hear my cry, O God. Hear my cry, O God. Attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me and a strong tower from the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. See? Which is going to manifest itself in a chamber, a large chariot, the rock of our salvation. So the mighty men of the tabernacle of David are being preserved to take the kingdom, pursuant to Daniel 3 and 18. No, Daniel 7 and 18. And Daniel 7 and 27. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Rest with a two-edged sword in their hand. Somebody post that in Joshua. Or those kings. Where Joshua put his foot on the necks of those kings. I think it's 23 and 10, maybe. See, let's read this again. Psalm 61, verse 1. Hear my cry, O God. Attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. What is the ends of the earth? The Western Hemisphere, America. So the enemy are going to come in like a flood. Brother G.M. Escobar Dama. Psalms 140, verse 5. The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. There's more to that. Let's keep going. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. The rock of our salvation is Yahweh Shai. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit down on my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool. So the international bankers are going down. Let's get that in Joshua 23:10. Brother Andre serving Yahweh Shai. Joshua 23:10. One man of you shall chase 1,000 for the Lord your God. He it is that fighteth for you, as he hath promised you. So that's the Lord's tabernacle being raised back up. The tabernacle of David. 144,000 mighty men. Where's the one about putting a foot on these devils' neck? Go to Joshua 10. Joshua 10, verse 24. And it came to pass when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, put your feet upon the necks of these kings. And they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. So the modern kings are the global elites, the international bankers. Pedos are us. They're ruling today the world in wickedness. Job 9:24. So it's going to take a spiritual intervention to be ignited, activated, and to tap in to the hidden chambers of true power, the pure power source, the origin of power, not Maccabees Heating and Electric or Billy Bob's Heating, Air, and Cooling. It's not talking about that. It's talking about the creator of power, electricity, water, wind, air, heat, tornadoes, all right? The creator of the elements is going to activate his men. Simps are going to be dismayed. Cave beasts, you name it. All the gross, grotesque, savage beasts are going to meet their judgment that day. You're going to see the Lord in the spiritual realm that day. And it came to pass, when they brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, put your feet upon the necks of these kings. And they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. We need 2 Samuel 17:5. 2 Samuel 17:5. So the Lord has raised up a fierce right-hand spirit of vengeance on the earth today. The pedos are scared. They're scared. The moles are scared too. The international cave beasts, they're scared. They're trembling. They're losing sleep at night. The men of war are here. The men of war are here. The men of war with the spirit of Yahweh Shai. I'm going to read it. Somebody post that. Exodus 15, somewhere around verse 3. See? Brother GMS Spiritual Art, 144, Shalom Barakatah. 2 Samuel 17:5. Then said Absalom, call now Hushai, the Archite also, and let us hear likewise what he saith. Where's that at about a man of war? Where's that at? Tired of playing games. That's in 2 Samuel. That King David was a man of war. Right here. It's verse 8. 2 Samuel 17, verse 7. And Hushai said unto Absalom, the counsel that Ahithophel hath given is not good at this time. For said Hushai, thou knowest thy father and his men. So King David is a man of war, and the mighty men of David are back. They're back, and they're pissed off at the pedos, the moles, the Jezebels, the cave beasts. 2 Samuel 17, verse 7. And Hushai said unto Absalom, the counsel that Ahithophel hath given is not good at this time. For said Hushai, thou knowest thy father and his men, that they be mighty men, and they be chafed in their minds, as a bear robbed of her whelps in the field. And thy father is a man of war, and will not lodge with the people. So the mighty men are chafed in their minds, hard-headed and hard-pressed for vengeance of the Lord's temple. The tabernacle of David is here, reconstructed, rebuilt, and more fierce than the days of old. The caveman is scared. Moles are scared. The Rainbow Coalition are terrified. And the International House of Witches are in great fear right now. The global elite cave beasts, adrenochrome drinking devils, are in great fear, dismay. All the circus and the dog and pony shows and the damn bread and circus events are coming to a close. Caveman, simps, a time of reckoning is coming. And if you can't see it, you're going to be a part of what's being trodden down as the mire in the streets. That's going to be you if you can't see what's going on in the world today. Let's keep it moving. Where's that? The Lord is a man of war. So the house of David has the spirit of the Lord on them, and a spirit of reckoning, recompense. Exodus 15. Let's go to verse 2. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. See that? Moses and King David and Zerubbabel, same spirit, different bodies, preparing a habitation of the house of the Lord. He's going to occupy the throne of his father David and be raised unto David. I'm going to present something unto you. Your ass better be there. You better be there if you're getting something presented unto you. Let's keep going. The Lord is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him a habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. No, a beta male brokeback simp. The Lord is a man of war. No, a coochie worshiping, bugged out ass Jake or a Jakette, bugged out. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So masculine energy is being revved up and cranked out like discovering a new oil reservoir. It's just spewing out. Whenever you hit that sweet spot, the oil just starts spewing out, hitting you in the face. It looks like a damn fountain spring or a fountain of water. See? So that testosterone is being revved up. It's back on the earth today. the ancient men, the ancient spirits. All the games getting ready to come to an end. So you broke backs getting your back beat out, go ahead and enjoy getting your back beat out. Enjoy yourselves. You blood drinking cave beasts, enjoy. Sip up. Go ahead and spike it with your favorite scotch, you red devils. But judgment is coming. And you witches that keep sending out enchantments and putting your monthly cycle red concoction in your husband's food and drink. A day of reckoning is coming. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Brokeback Simps, a day of reckoning is coming. You've been warned. You can't say you did not know. You've been warned. Tired of the games. Tired of the games and the bullshit. Let's go to 2nd Maccabees. Enjoy yourselves being scared, weak, and effeminate. There's nothing that irks me the most other than a weak, scared man. Let's go to 2nd Maccabees 13. The book of 2nd Maccabees chapter 13. This is under the Greeks, Antiochus, the Maccabean Wars, under, under Judas and the men of Judah. 2nd Maccabees 13. Let's go to verse 8. For inasmuch as he had committed many sins about the altar, whose fire and ashes were holy, he received his death in ashes. So the Greeks were committing abominations in the altar in those days. So Judah rebelled, and the Maccabees, the descendants of Judah. Now the king came with a barbarous and haughty mind to do far worse to the Jews than had been done in his father's name. See that? So the caveman has a set segment of high-level cave scholars wearing these little bitty thick glasses sitting on the edge of their nose. Okay, they're scholars under this man's pedo queendom. They know the history. That's why they emasculated the men and tried to just make every man a broke back. But had not the Lord left us a remnant, we would have all been as Sodom and Gomorrah. That doesn't mean we would have all been broke backs, but it means we would have all been destroyed and walking around scared. Okay? That's what it means. 2nd Maccabees 13, verse 9. Now the king came with a barbarous and haughty mind to do far worse to the Jews than had been done in his father's name. Which things, when Judah perceived, he commanded the multitude to call upon the Lord night and day, that if at any other time, he would now also help them, being at the point to be put from their law, from their country, and from the holy temple. So we were being pressured back during Judas' time to forsake the law of our fathers and forget the covenant that we made with our fathers, and that he would not suffer the people that had even now been but a little refreshed to be in subjection to the blasphemous nations. Deliver me, O Lord, from the strange children. That's Psalms 144. So Edomites are strange. They do all types of weird freakazoid things for a little bit of change. These people are crazy, and now we're under them. If you scare the child and get the adrenaline rush and drink that drained red stuff from the child, they believe you can get longer life. Why you think the Rothschilds lived to be about 105 years old? From wickedness, there are no bands in their death. That's Psalm 73. They got all types of children at their disposal. But a lot of you men are sitting back eating tortilla chips and salsa dip. You're a part of the problem. So when they had all done this together and besought the merciful Lord with weeping and fasting, and lying flat upon the ground 3 days long. Judas, having exhorted them, commanded that they should be in readiness. Gird up our mind for the spiritual battle, which is going to materialize into a kinetic battle based on Bible prophecy. And Judas, being apart with the elders, determined before the king's host should enter into Judea and get the city to go forth and try the matter in fight by the help of the Lord. So everything is done in due season, in its right time, phase, order. We got to wait on the Lord, pursuant to Zephaniah 3 and 8. Remember, what was his name? Samson. It said the Spirit of the Lord came upon Samson, and he slew 1,000 Philistines. That's in Judges chapter 14 and chapter 15. Let's read that again. And Judas, being apart with the elders, determined before the king's host should enter into Judea and get the city to go forth and try the matter in fight by the help of the Lord. This is Obadiah 1 and 29, a future projection from historical events. So the Bible repeats itself. The help of the Lord. So when he had committed all to the creator of the world and exhorted his soldiers to fight manually, even unto death, for the laws, the temple, the city, the country, and the commonwealth, he camped by Modin. He camped by Modin. Notice fasting and prayer. So we must be mentally and spiritually prepared to make ourselves ready to the battle. It starts with a mental preparation. And to take that a step further, repentance, being sanctified by the word of truth and becoming a new creature so we can be a acceptable sacrifice unto the God of the Bible, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh is his name, and his son's name is Yahushua. Second Maccabees 13 and 15. And having given the watchword to them that were about him, victory is of the Most High. With the most valiant and choice young men, he went into the king's tent by night and slew in the camp about 4,000 men, and the chiefest of the elephants with all that were upon him. And at last they filled the camp with fear and tumult, and departed with good success. So the battle is the Lord's. The Lord is going to raise up 144,000 mighty men. And the brothers that are in the spiritual realm are going to join the battle. They're going to land or descend into this pedo kingdom of Edom and join the fight. So the Lord is coming. The Lord is coming. And he's going to raise up his battle axe, his weapons of war. With thee thou shalt beat in pieces the nations, and with thee thou shalt break the kingdoms. Moab, China, Ammon, Japan, Ishmael, get ready for captivity. Thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and the Lord shall consecrate their gain. And I'm paraphrasing. Where's that at? Just lost my place. Obadiah, of the Andre serving Yahushua. Obadiah, verse 21. and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. See, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. With thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Right now, Moab is proud, okay? You got shrimp fried rice being cooked up all over the place and popping bottles of champagne because Moab think they're going to get the next age or eon of rulership, all right? And dog and cat casserole is being prepared for a victory or a celebration. But little do they know, they need to get ready for the cotton field too. Moab, tired of the games. So your ass is going into captivity too. The Lord is coming, and he's raising up men full of testosterone, not drinking damn estrogen shots like most of you simps, like damn Egyptology or black Kemetic faith. They drink estrogen shots. The woman is God. The Lord is going to kill you, Egyptologists and you Kemetic niggas. The Lord is coming. And the men of the tabernacle of David is going to take part in that sacrifice too, to cut your ass to pieces, like Agag was sawed and hacked up and cut in half. So you're going to die the damn death of the uncircumcised, the caveman's death. You broke back simps. All right? I'm just telling you, don't take it personal, but your ass got to go. You got to go. Tired of you simps. Where's that at? They're going to die to death on the uncircumcised. A wicked nigger's death. Let me see if I can find it. I haven't been here in a while, but just bear with me. I'm trying. I'm just a man. I'm just a man. Just bear with me. Where's that at? One moment. I'll get it. I'll get it. Through thy patience, possess ye your soul. Here it is. The simps thought they were getting ready to get off the hook. Ishmael think he's going to be the man too. No, you're not. All right, you're going to be working in that hot desert sand over there. So your habitation is going to become your hell on earth. The so-called Arabs. Get ready for captivity. Jeremiah 9, verse 23. Let's go to 22. Speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the field. See, judgment's coming. Brokebacks have multiplied beyond reason. And simps. Let's read this again in case I lost somebody. And witches, Jezebels, they're running amok, destroying the earth. Cave beasts, orangutans, and chimps. We got to take our time. Jeremiah chapter 8. Let's go to 21. For death is come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces to cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets. Speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestmen, and none shall gather them. There's going to be bodies strewn across the ground in the land of brokebacks and cave beasts, orangutans. Okay? This jungle zoo has judgment lingering. The animal kingdom is going to get a visitation. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. So the true treasure is the knowledge and understanding of salvation, not boasting in gold and silver. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. So we become friends with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and not succumb to the Sodom and Gomorrah mindset. So we become a part of a fraternity, a brotherhood. That's what the Most High delights in. Wisdom. Men walk in wisdom. And our ladies of the beloved house of David, elect, follow the men that walk in wisdom. That's what we delight and glory in. Let's read this again. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. So we fear what brings judgment, death, life, what reestablishes righteousness on the earth. That's what we ought to fear, which is inherent in his word. Jeremiah 9, verse 25. Now this is for the weak, scared men that love being at the bottom, getting their ass kicked, working at a damn barbershop somewhere. And we're preaching a new kingdom, a rulership, to replace the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Gettys, the DuPonts. But a Negro just can't get it. So we're about to read your judgment. Jeremiah 9, verse 23. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. You're going to die the death of a caveman, a savage death. See? So you're not going to die like the Lord's children. See? Like a peaceful death, like King David died on his bed, drinking wine and whispering to his son. You're not going to die that death. Oh, hell no. It's going to be rough and rugged. Jeremiah 9 and 25. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. That's a heathen's death. That's a terrible death. Egypt, and see, oh, that's just talking about the Egyptians. I'm not Egyptian. Egypt and Judah, and who? And Judah and Edom, and the children of Ammon and Moab, and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. So a lot of brokeback men walking around here and proud too. They proud as hell. That's why you've been kicked out of the house, building a campfire, living in a damn tent. Because your mind is not right. So you're going to die a heathen's death. Those that are not speaking out against this wicked pedo queendom. Who will rise up for me against the evil doers, and who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? That's what the Lord said. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So the Lord is looking for a few good men, not a mass number of them weak, scared, effeminate men that have drank the Kool-Aid of the daughter of Babylon. Estrogen shots. Your ass got to go. You got to go. All right? The earth would be a cleaner place to be. So the Lord is going to clean house. It's time to purge this place with fire. That's the only solution left. That's how you clean up witchcraft and idolatry. So the tabernacle of David is being raised up from the graves, from the ashes, from the dust of the earth. Bullshit is coming down and being thrown down to the earth. That starts with you simps and Jezebels and witches. And the caveman is right behind that. Okay? Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. Shabbat Shalom. The bread and circus events and all the dog and pony shows are coming to an abrupt end. The Tabernacle of David is coming. The Tabernacle of David is coming. Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala. Kwam Yasharala. And then bye. We got next, Lord willing. Barakatham. Shabbat Shalom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Tired of the games. Let's go. Shalom.